Hello, hello. All right, man. I don't know why this is happening. Thank you, dude. 2 days in a row. This is so annoying. All right, mute, mute, mute. All right, dude. Why is this happening? I don't know why. Second day in a row, this is just muted. It's my dang OBS. You know that? That laptop stream. Okay. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy? So what's funny is what I'm saying is, you know, I started laughing so hard because I'm looking at I looked at my camera really quick and I saw that there was a comforter behind me and I was like, is there a comforter behind me? This comforter's never been there. So it was very weird. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't know why the heck this keeps muting itself. It's usually like so good, no issues. And sure enough, the past like 2 days, and it's, I blame myself. I blame myself trying to make everything, trying to do that laptop stream and stuff. It was while I was out of town, and it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so let's head to the chat. We'll talk about AMC, see what's been going on, and I'll tell you guys a funny story about this morning, and what I do with the stock. But Dog says hello, Lee, yo, what is up? Ryan, hello. David. Beautiful day. AMC is green. Ivy is down. Very nice. Nikolai. What's up, fam? Hey, what's up, Diane? Moneymakers in the house. I love it. Yas, what is up? Andrew, yo. Ginger, welcome. Ginger Hill. No sound. Here we go. The sound. Gotta skip it. All right, and we're caught up. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm so sorry about that. But okay, so funny story, right? So this morning, here's the deal. I really try not to watch the chart all day long, and sometimes it's just, some days are easier to hold than others, right? And I just keep it honest with you guys. I'm not trying to sell myself as some kind of crazy guy. And either way, as you all know, I always justify to myself, like, I'm not going to sell anyways, like whether it goes up, whether it goes down. I'm not selling. If this stock goes to $1,000 today, like if it went to $1,000 today, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not going to sell anyways, right? And this is my personal kind of thought process behind it. And so what was funny is I was like, and Trey, he was kind of tweeting all day, like, it was basically don't panic, don't freak out, especially in the morning. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to look, right? I have my levels of support that I'm kind of, that I have, and I'm just going to hang out, right? Let's look at the 1 month really quick. We can see my levels of support, and realistically, as long as we hold above 42, I feel pretty good about everything, right? And more recently, around 50, what do I have it around here? 51.27, around that level, I feel good still, right? I can hold, no problem. It's all good in the hood. So what I decided, so I didn't look at the stock all day, and I had this weird cloud over me all day, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to look. Like, I'm just going to hang out. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. It's a weird day, and that's that. And so I'm on the way home, and I'm talking to my fiance, and she goes, "It was a good day for AMC." And I said, what? Because the last thing I remember is Trey freaking out at this 20, it was $51 or something. And, he wasn't freaking out. He was trying to calm people who would have freaked out, like myself, down. I was like, you know what? It's all good. It's not my birthday. It's not my freaking birthday, but thank you. And so, just stay calm. And it's so funny because my fiance says, "Oh, it was a good day for AMC." And I said, what? She goes, yeah, I'm up today. And I said, excuse me? And I said, what's it at? She goes, 58. And I was like, no freaking way. Because I was like, she goes, yeah, I hit 51 today, but it was a good day. And I was like, well, what the heck? And like, she knew everything. I didn't know what was going on. It was just so funny how I just what a day. What a day. So good stuff. Obviously, AMC up 4.63% during the normal trading hours. After hours, we're down 0.12%. Woohoo. Big whoop. So good stuff. GameStop, I was getting a bunch of notifications today on GameStop. Oh, GameStop, beautiful, up 10% on the day. As we know, GameStop did complete their offering today, right? Their market offering, which is great. They made 1 point something billion dollars. I think they're completely out of debt, and they're good to go. Actually, I saw an interesting DD. I don't know the validity of it, but I saw some DD saying these guys are GameStop. I guess if they don't make a penny or something, they can sustain their current business model until 2028. So it's a safe stock until 2028 at the very least. So some good stuff. You know, it's interesting whenever people kind of run those numbers and take a look at those things. So pretty funny stuff. Excuse me. Man. Michael says my wife is getting annoyed with my AMC obsession. You know, Michael, my fiance, I'm sure she was getting annoyed as well. And then I just said, we're making money. You know, are you trying to buy a house? You're trying to pay off the house. You're trying to do this. And you know what? Here's this. She's always supported me, but I think that her support got a little bit easier whenever she saw the gains, right? I think the gains make it a lot easier to for them to allow something to happen, right? And you know what? If she does get annoyed, especially at the beginning, right? Especially at the beginning, I would mess around with her and, you know, say like diamond hands and the lingo. And she was like, "Oh, what are you doing now?" But now, you know what? She's along for it. She's along for it. And it was funny. She says she was messing with me. She said, I forgot the context, but it was like not about stocks. So she basically called me papered hands, and I was irrationally offended. She called me paper hands, and I was so offended by her calling me that. It was, I can't remember what the heck we were talking about, but it's just so funny how like how now she's like a part of it and all that. It's pretty funny. Smooth says, what's going on? Danny, I do see you here. So, well, I'll get to you in just 1 second though. What's going on tomorrow with, hey, what's up, Smooth? What's going on tomorrow with 002? So NSCC 002, as we know, is going to be approved tomorrow in the morning, right? So, you know, it's very possible that tomorrow we see some great price action. You know, today we saw some crazy price action, right? It was like super scary. And then, you know what? It freaking rallied. It rallied hard, right? It looked very, very nice. So we'll see which way it goes tomorrow. You know, we do have a few different levels of support and resistance around here. Looks like, you know, it's, and I say it all the time, but it truly is so interesting how these levels of the technical analysis just kind of holds true, right? We've been looking at these levels. I'm sure I had these like set over here previously for something, but look at these levels that we have right here for the levels of support, right? So this level today being a level of, or yesterday more so, being a level of resistance, we broke through that level right here. Two nice large candles right here. And we broke through it. And look, just respecting. Now it's, I see it as a level of support. So we're going to be holding that level of support. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it continues to respect. I'm looking for a break over 60, and more recently a break over 63. I think will bring us into that more that territory right here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's a dark green line right here. From 63 to 68, and hopefully 68 into a new all-time high is what I'm looking for. Right, that's kind of what I'm banking on. And so if we're able to get that, then that's going to be great. That's going to be fantastic, what we're looking for. Let me get caught up on some of these chats. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. For 002, I guess, to be a little more succinct. And I know this is going to come up a little more toward the end of the call, but to be a little more succinct, you know, I think that we're waiting for it. So from my understanding, you know, they probably have to, for the rule, I'm not entirely sure if it automatically is like checking every single day, if they have to enact it, if they have to, you know, say like, okay, like we're going to run it on this company or whoever, because their position, we think they might be in a over leveraged or in a weird position, or We don't know if they can actually hide their position, right? For margin calls, there's more to it than just, hey, we think you're in a bad position. It's like, okay, well, do you have the liquidity? Do you have the capital? Can you put more in so you avoid a margin call? There's a lot of different things that go into it, rather than just, hey, we know the position they're in, right? We see the numbers, we see the DD, we know they're in a bad position. No matter how you look at it, there's no way you can possibly think they're in a good position unless you think they purchased, they triple down on their position right now and they're hoping that it goes under $50, right, within the next few months. That's the only way they might be able to do. Even then, I don't think it looks good for them. So and anyways, but yeah, so just waiting. And for all we know, can they hide their positions in the dark pools so that the NSCC 002 does not actually run properly? There's a bunch of different ways that this can go. So I'm just kind of sitting, I'm holding, and I'm waiting to see what happens, see which way this unravels, and I can hold. It costs me nothing to hold. Like I always say, it only costs me the opportunity cost to hold, and I'm fine with the opportunity cost because I don't think I will make more money in any other play than I will make in this play right here. Ginger says, did y'all see the uranium sector take a dive? Y'all know I like uranium stocks. Ginger, yes, I do remember that actually. I did not know they took a dive today. I'm very curious about that. I've been extremely interested in the EV sector recently with everything going on. If you guys seen the commercials lately, I've seen a lot of commercials for, I think Audi has their electric vehicle. I know the Ford one. You guys know I think I want that Ford truck. There's all of these companies have fully electric vehicles that are coming out. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think if those vehicles do well, then they're going to continue to roll them out. Either way, they're going to continue to roll out, but they'll probably expedite it a little bit if those vehicles do very well. And I think that Ford is going to pave the way for these new EVs, these new electric vehicles that are going to just start being ramped out in production, right? And I'm sure these businesses probably get some kind of cool tax credits or what is the word I'm looking for? Not loans, but like government money, right? They just give you money. Hey, you're gonna do, like, for example, when I think there's a computer chip shortage, right? And so I think Biden is giving them, if you're doing computer chips, they're giving them like probably millions or billions of dollars if they're in the industry to help them make more chips, stuff like that. So I'm very curious to know what's going to happen with that, and I'm very bullish on the whole sector. And I love, to wrap that up, I love the idea of the raw materials. Oh, Eric, happy belated birthday. Not my birthday. You guys are wild. Danny. Okay, so Danny says, do you think AMC will be $100? Danny, in my personal opinion, I do believe AMC will go to $100 at some point. I personally really believe that AMC will be $100 at some point. In my personal opinion, right? So, don't make a trade off of me, don't play off of me, but, I think that AMC has so much potential, especially this consolidation. We're in a consolidation phase. It's a bull flag. Look what we have going on. This is a consolidation phase. We are waiting for a breakout. These guys are trying so hard to hold the stock down. These guys, meaning hedge funds, institutions, they're trying so hard to hold the stock down, and they can't contain it. It's at critical mass, and it is about to explode, in my opinion. No, Lee, don't do it to me. I see posts on Facebook anymore. Ain't nothing wrong with liking money, honey. My husband is an ape. I converted him. Yeah, it's fun. Here's the deal. I have, you guys want to know how deep this goes. I mean, I have my family talking about AMC. They know. Here's the deal. We've been talking about it for so long. And if you talk to your family about AMC, right, and they thought you were freaking crazy, I bet you now they're like, holy smokes. And I bet you have people, if you did talk to people, I bet you have people that said, dang, if I would have invested when you told me to invest at $10, for example, I would have made, you know, if they freak themselves out because they say, dang, if I would have put, you know, my entire 401k or my life savings in the stock, I could have, you know, quadrupled it or you know, quintupled it or whatever. And gosh, it's crazy. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny. How people, I have people talking to me all the time. They say, "So what do you think AMC is going to do now?" And I tell them, and I was talking about it this weekend when I was out of town. We were visiting my fiance's family, and they said, there was a guy, and he says, "You think AMC is still going to move?" And I said, "Yes." He goes, "Is that $60? And you think it's going to go up?" And I said, yeah, I mean, people have been saying this since, you know, at $5, they say, you actually think AMC is going to go above $5? And I said, yes. It's $10. You think it's going to go up? Yes. It's $20, right? 30, 40, 50. I mean, yeah. And I've just been saying yes the whole time. So I think I'm starting to get a little bit of credibility whenever it comes to this. Not granted, you know, I do tell them, don't get me wrong, I tell them, hey, it is a little risky, but this is what I think, you know. But yeah. Fishin says, does anyone think the after hours just flatlining is really weird? I mean, it's definitely barcoding. It is a little interesting. You know, I'm really not too sure what to make of it, especially with tomorrow that 002 being approved. I'm very curious to see what actually, you know, what actually happens. We'll see. I'm not sure if we'll see movement in the pre-market or if it would actually be the regular trading hours. A few different questions there, but that's all right. Hey, what's up, Matt? The dislike is guaranteed to be a shill. Okay. The future is now. GM has been up. I read that Ford was up against Tesla. Dang. Yeah, here's the deal. I think as far as the EV goes, right, the electric vehicles, I think that Ford, remember the Ford F-150, I think is the greatest selling vehicle of all time, something like that. The Ford F-150 is, or maybe it's just in the United States, as the best selling vehicle, something like that. Not truck, not car, total vehicle. It's insane how popular the Ford F-150 is, and now they're an EV. And you know, look at this Ford chart, right? Let's say you would have invested in Ford 6 months ago, you would have doubled your money. You know, we all knew. And what sucks is, you know, Ford is one of those companies that I really kind of like GameStop. I really looked into it. I really was going to take a position, but I felt like there were other plays that were going to make a little more money. And you know what? Realistically, I'd say it's probably about even on the amount of money that I made with other stocks. But I really do like Ford a lot. I think that they're just, especially with that new F-150. I'm curious to see what they come out with next. We did see the Ford, the Mach-E, like Mustang, kind of like an SUV. I really did not like it at all. But hopefully I do imagine that they'll probably, after the success of this Ford F-150 that comes out, I do think that they'll probably do some kind of Mustang, and I would love to get in here before that hype comes, because that'll have a little run, I think. You know, and great, you know, I don't know if they're actually making the Mustang, but I'm sure it's probably coming pretty soon. What's up, Diamond? Kickback or incentive, yes, government incentive, or you know, government aided incentive program, something like that. But yeah, you're right, Diamond, that's what I was looking for. Future is now. Hey, no problem, Eric. They're done for. Chip shortage is throwing my reality out of whack. Yes, the chip shortage is something interesting, but again, I am always looking for those opportunities. There's opportunities with this chip shortage, big time, right? All different sorts of opportunities that people need to be looking for. This chip shortage is a long-term play. The chip shortage is going to be happening for a while now, right? Even something I just today I learned that there's a lumber shortage. Where I saw a picture where it was like 3 pallets of lumber was $1,000 previously, and today you can buy only like a quarter of a pallet for $1,000 because there's a shortage. And actually have we co-office with a real estate company, and these guys, they were like, there's a lumber shortage. They told me today, and then I saw that post today also. I had no idea how serious it was, though. And there's another opportunity potentially, right? Different companies that are doing that. Now, I don't know exactly where that opportunity lies, but if anyone knows, then that's a potential play you could make, or let me know, and maybe I'll hop on. But things to, always those kinds of opportunities, always looking for opportunities. You see something in the news. Okay, what industry is this going to affect? Excuse me, yada, yada, yada. Hey, what's up, Mitch? All right, cool. I'm behind in the chat. He don't want you to know. So we're undervalued right now. He don't want you to know. I love whenever people, I don't like, here's the, everyone who's a part of the stream usually knows I'm behind in the chat trying to read some stuff, and I absolutely love how people, like, if I don't answer their specific question, they're like, oh, he doesn't want you guys to know about this amazing play that everyone's going to be on, but no one's going to make the money. It's like, what? Like, people are so funny how they, like, their world revolves around them. Any thoughts on the Wish stock? Alex, I'm not going to lie to you. I really haven't looked too much into Wish. I think it is. So, is this Wish? Oh, I don't even know which one Wish is, to be honest. I don't know if it's this one, but is this the actual discovery based? Is this the one that's been running lately? 1 month. Holy smokes, this stock went nuts. 3 months. I'm not sure if this is the right stock. Let me know. Just put a message and let me know which Wish it is. But I'll tell you right now, I'm really not too versed in that one. Clear some of these out. Let's have AMC up here. Let's pull up Ortex really quick, right? Let's start taking a look at some of the things. You know how we do it. We'll take a look at GameStop. We kind of looked at it the other day, but I want to start looking at this just for a little bit, just to see these numbers so we can get kind of familiar with the numbers, which way they're going. We'll look at AMC in just a second, but I'm curious to see the shares on loan so it increased just a little bit. 90K, nothing too crazy. Keep in mind the shares on loan is much different as far as the total float and everything for GameStop is different than AMC, so do keep that in mind. Now, as far as the short interest, it looks like short interest is 14.68%, went up 0.92%, nothing too crazy, but you know what, a solid percentage each day. If it's a percentage a day, this is going to go up in no time, right? So that's actually very good, and this is already extremely high. Don't be fooled. This is extremely high right here. Now, so we have that. Let's take a look at AMC really quick, the good old faithful. All right, so AMC's current shares on loan is 92 million. This has gone up, right? More recently, it has gone up, and the current short interest of the free float is 14.08%. Recently, kind of hovering around that 14% mark. Short interest looking, up 0.65%, not bad. And the borrow change is 600K. And keep in mind, remember, this is just the difference between these two right here, the return shares and the borrowed shares, because they are returning shares, but they are borrowing more shares, right? So they're still borrowing more than they returned, as at least today, right? So this is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's see. I did want to see if they had any posts today on Ortex. I don't know if I'm getting notifications or they're not really posting them as often. I do see here Ortex. This was 6 hours ago. Short interest in AMC continues to increase, up 1.21% on the day. The current short interest, or the estimated current short interest, is 14.16% of the free float. So we're at 14.16, currently at 14.08, just changing a little bit, but that's all right. I'm trying to see here. I showed there was a short squeeze signal happening here. ATOS, which is probably where this person is getting it. ATOS, and I really don't know anything about ATOS, but you see, trying to say ATOS over AMC. I don't think I've really heard of ATOS. We'll take a look. I mean, all right. I mean, it's moving, sure. Like over the past, if you would have gotten back here, sure. If you're chasing the stock, I don't know. I really don't like to chase, but I mean, sure. Can you make money in the stock? Sure. If you got in back here and you found it before it ran up, or if it continues to run up, sure. Am I gonna put all my eggs in this basket? Not a chance. Am I gonna buy one single stock? No. I'm not gonna buy one single stock. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but you make your own decisions. If you want to hop in here, be my guest. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to budge on this one, though. I'll tell you that right now. It was ALX. I think that was it. Heard very little debt. Yeah, ALX, about this Wish stock. I really can't tell you too much about it. I do like to look at things like the financials, so we can see their gross profit. So they've been doing pretty well, slow, steady growth, which I can appreciate. Especially during the pandemic, they still grew a little bit, which is nice. And, as far as total debt goes, I'm not sure if I have the actual total debt on here, or if I have anything that would really, no. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have debt on here, but let's take a look at the institutional ownership. I'll tell you what, this is almost 59%, 58.97% is actually really large, right? I love going where institutional money is, because you know what? Institutional money over the course of a long period of time, they make money, right? Now, they're not making AMC type moves, right? Because AMC is a little, risky, so to speak. And not all of them hop into it. But if you look at the actual institutional ownership, I wonder if it's updated here. 27% on AMC institutional ownership is actually pretty dang high. And I think that tells a pretty good story about what the heck is going on with the stock. Keep in mind, this is as of 3 months ago, right? This is not the most updated information, but this is still extremely high for institutional ownership, especially on a stock that's pretty volatile right now. But you know what? These guys are making some serious money, especially Vanguard and BlackRock. These guys have been adding to their positions for a long time. They were in very early, I think around $5 or $10 or something. So these guys are doing fantastic. But as far as Wish goes, personally, if you're curious, I don't know if you have a position, if you're looking to take a position, but I would just be a little bit careful. If you bought in up here, obviously you're probably not feeling too good, but I'm just a little weary about some of these plays. If we look at it on a 6-month basis, see, zooming out here, it's just not looking my favorite personally. I mean, just on a downward trend. Now, here's what I will say. It's very possible it finally found a bottom around 752, and maybe it'll reverse all of this, right? Maybe you got in at a great time. A little more microscopically, I'm just a little concerned with what we're seeing here. Hopefully it continues to respect this level of support around, I kind of like it more down here around 1047, but realistically, if it does drop all the way down below $10, I would not be very happy. This 995 right here, I'd be a little bit scared. Another question is it going to retrace right here? Very possibly you'll see a retracement. Maybe depends how hard it retraces. I wouldn't really consider, it's a small retracement, sure, but it's very possible that tomorrow or something this will continue to retrace. So I just be a little bit careful, and for something like this, maybe setting your having a stop loss just in case, just because there's not enough. It's kind of uncharted territory, right? And well, relatively uncharted, because there's a lot of gap here that it could fill in, but it might not. So I just watch it very carefully, and it's okay. Here's the deal with this kind of stock, like unless you're hoping for a short squeeze and you're going to diamond hand it because it truly has the capability. I haven't seen too much on this stock. I've seen it here and there, probably because it had this crazy run. But unless you're going to diamond hands it, hope for a squeeze, it's okay to cut losses and get out of a stock, and don't let anyone trick you into thinking otherwise, right? I'm seeing a lot of diamond hands. Not every play is diamond hands, right? Not every play is a short squeeze. Not every play is going to have a crazy run. So definitely keep that in mind while you're playing the stock. All right, Texas Oil Yachts, the person who's been ATOS's biggest fan. Thank you so much for the super chat. Why do you not like ATOS? Opportunity of a lifetime. If you just read ATOSDD.com, it's like buying GME before $10. Texas, I'll tell you right now, my friend, I really, 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 really hope that this stock, ATOS, I really hope that this stock goes to $1,000 for you, right? And if I missed it, then that's my bad. I missed it, and that's all right. I did miss GameStop, so take that for what that is, right? I got in GameStop. I saw it at $3. I didn't buy it at $3 because I didn't like the chart, because the chart looked like this. This is what the chart looked like for GameStop. I didn't like it, and I missed it. So it's very possible that ATOS is a fantastic play. Do I like it over my current AMC play? No, I don't know anything about it. It's already been running. I'm not going to chase the stock, and I'm not going to buy it at its all-time high right here. Or is this the all-time high? I don't know what happened here. Probably some splits or something, but I'm not going to buy it. Let's look at the 1 year then. Yeah, I'm not going to buy it at its most recent high right here at $7, right now. So that's just my personal thoughts on it. I mean, what do these guys do? These guys do pharmaceuticals and medical research. This is fantastic, right? This is a big deal. Breast cancer, I appreciate what they're doing. I appreciate the company. Just because I don't want to take a position in it. Here's the deal. If me not taking a position in it is going to scare you out of your position, I don't know if this is the position for you, right? If I can shill you out of a position just by saying, I'm not going to personally take a position in this, then you may want to rethink your trading strategy, because you should be able to say, hey, no, this stock is going to be great because they're the leading researchers in breast cancer research. They're about to go into phase 3, and a company's never been in phase 3 with breast cancer research and having a cure or something. You know what I mean? Like, if you can tell me those things and say, you know what, this guy's wrong, I know everything about this company, then I hope you can do that. And I hope that this pays you infinite amount of money. I hope you become a millionaire off this stock. But for me personally, am I going to take a position in this right now? No. Let's take a look at the institutional ownership. 8.95%. Okay, that's not bad. But AMC's higher, and keep in mind, I have a great position in AMC. For all I know, you have a great position in this. You got in at 81 cents, which I hope you did, and you're sitting pretty, right? And you're about to retire or something. But I'm not looking to get in on that. Annual, let's see how their annual profits have been going. Not really showing anything here. Institutional ownership, analysts. So analysts are saying, and granted, AMC had a high of, I wonder what their high used to be on AMC. I wonder if it's still there. There we go. High of $16 for AMC, and it's at 58. So take that for what that is. And that's that. So, like I said, I'm really not trying to, if someone, I'll tell you what, if anyone wants to invest in the stock, if this is your play right here and you found it, say thank you to Texas Oil Yachts, and good luck, my friends. May the odds be ever in your favor. But that's what I have to say about it, my friend. No worries. I'll even leave it up here. Look at that, so people can take a look and take their position. All right, let me get caught up over here. Corey, what's the average age of a short position? Oh, Diamond, yeah, let me take a look. Good question. So as we know, we are able to take a look at the average age of a short position over here on an AMC, and we can see it here, average age, perfect. And currently the average age is 44 days. So, oh gosh, a month and a half ago. So we'll just say we'll say the 22nd, and well, let's give it, how would I do this? 522, we'll say just 5, right? 5-1, we'll call it 5-1, you know, around here. We'll just give it a roundabout, right? Yeah, I mean, kind of around here, right? So between 12 and 8, again, we'll call it $10. So around $10 is the average age of the, you know, average short position, you could say, when it was purchased. Around $10. These guys are not sitting pretty. These guys are not doing very well. If I had this position and I was down here, first of all, as a retail trader, I probably would have been margin called, being down that much of a percentage, right? That's a huge percentage to be down by. Holy smokes, you know, that's bad. But as we know, these hedge funds have liquidity; it just never ends. So yeah, they're not happy, is what I'll say, which is great. I love them not being happy, because if they are doing illegal activities, which I personally think they probably are doing some kind of illegal activity, they're and you know, even being in the dark pools and stuff, the lack of transparency, there's a lot of weird things going on that I don't personally appreciate. Excuse me. So, you know, hopefully they have to pay very soon. Excuse me, maybe tomorrow is the day. So we're looking at Ortex. So yeah, here's the ATOS, and you know what, short squeeze signal was triggered today, I will say. It was triggered on here, and that's that. Watch it be $100 tomorrow. I was kidding. GameStop. So let's see, GameStop 12 hours ago. So, oh yeah, here's how much they raised. So in their equity offering program, raising $1.126 billion. So $1.1 billion is what they made. The shares jumped 9% in the pre-market, kind of hovered around 9, down to 6 and stuff. I think maybe 5%, and then ended at 10% on the day. Great. Estimated short interest was 14.54%, and I think it's still kind of around there now. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, something that Lee sent me, my mod. Lee sent this article, essentially. A GameStop short seller shuts shop after suffering major losses on the bet. Okay, and this is huge. I mean, this is I don't know if this is GameStop's first casualty, or what, but and keep in mind, you know, I don't know if they were. Well, yeah, it says after suffering major losses on the bet. I mean, so I guess GameStop really did put this short seller out of business, right? And again, that's probably from that short interest. We see these guys are losing billions of dollars, right? Billions and billions and billions, especially on AMC. I'm sure they're losing billions on GameStop, you know, depending on the time frame that you're looking at, the total amount of time. And be careful with this kind of stuff. Where to put this is such a. Anyways, it's crazy. So this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I only read the headlines, so I don't know what the exact parameters are, but you know, if you go back here, you can see here that there's just a bunch of different. It's a London one. See, just shut down, bet against GameStop. So it's on a bunch of different places. Now, granted, we have seen a bunch of articles saying, oh, AMC's over, switch to this stock instead, kind of posts or kind of articles from these the same people. So keep that in mind. But this one seems a little more cut and dry than AMC is over, because these guys, it's a little more factual, a little more hard cut. Like, they're going out of business. Like, they had a short position, they suffered major losses from GameStop, now they're going out of business. It seems a little more related than just saying, oh, AMC's done with, without giving an actual reason why. So full disclosure there. But yeah, that was just pretty cool, actually. Very, very cool. Okay, let's see what else. Let me catch up on the chat really quick, and then I have a few of those articles, or you know, Reddit posts that I want to go through. You guys know I like taking a look at those and just kind of feeling the sentiment around. Which is Texas. Oh boy, oh boy. He's getting caught up over here. Nice. Okay, so adrenaline has been in ATOS since $2. So man, you're sitting pretty. I wonder, you know, depending on how much you put in, you're probably looking pretty nice. But either way, you are up, you know, several hundred%. No problem. No problem. Don't get me wrong. All right. All right. Just getting caught up. Floyd says, why is AMC dropping? I don't know where you see AMC dropping. Oh, okay. I mean, it had a little fall off. It's definitely a little weird, right? 58, 57. I mean, here's the deal. It looks a little worse on the, you know, those candles. I mean, I guess whatever candle you look at, it doesn't look so good. It's actually pretty weird that this is a pretty weird dip, right? It doesn't really look normal as to like we were barcoding and then it just falls off the face of the earth right here. It's recovering pretty well. It actually gapped up right here. You see this? Look, it went from here and it just gapped right up. So it looks like it's recovering. I'm really not sure what happened there. I wonder if there was a big sell order or something. I really couldn't tell you what the heck happened. Guess we missed it, but it looks like the market does close in 10 more minutes. We'll take a look and see what happens. But let's take a look at a few of these posts over here. And so moment of silence for the $51 paper hands this morning. And this is why I you know, whoever sold. And well, it says FUD, no one is selling. And that's probably true, right? But here's the deal. Did someone sell at $51 today? Absolutely, right? People sell all the time. Now, it's just funny, right? You know, somebody did sell down here. Somebody sold around here, and you know, someone scooped it up, and a bunch of people started scooping up the stock or whatever happened, and it went crazy, right? I mean, it's just so wild to me how, and it's sad. This is why I always say be careful with those paper hands. You know, if you have to exit, you know the spiel. If you have to exit, if you have to, you know, make yourself good. Take care of your family, take care of yourself. That's one story. But if you exit whenever you don't have to exit and you sold at 51, now you have to buy back in. I mean, you know, buy back in up here or you know, if you panic, you're like, oh shoot, it's about to run. Somebody probably bought in up here or something, you know, $54 or something, and then it dipped again. And you know, it's just all over the place. And this is why I don't risk it, right? I'm not trying to hop in, hop out, hop in, hop out. That is not the way I want to play this. For me, it just doesn't make sense to play it that way. I'm just going to continue to hold, and I'm going to continue to add to my position whenever I can. Even at 58, I added to my position at 58. Wait, where was it on Friday? Is this Friday? No, this is yesterday. Friday, right here. I added to my position. I wonder when I got in. It was $56. I got in around here. Yeah, on Friday, just like I said I was going to do. I added to my position. And I'm very happy that I did add to my position, right? I'm very happy I did. So, because now even these little shares that I got, you know, well, I got a lot of shares, but even the shares that I got on Friday, I'm currently up. And I'm good, right? I'm good. So just keep that in mind, you know, I just so people know. I've been on the sideline long enough. And so I wanted to show this to people because you know what? This person right here, after all this time lurking and just watching and being like, you know what, is this actually going to happen? This person finally bought in at $52 per share, which is actually pretty good because they're already up. They're already feeling pretty good probably. They're good. So, you know, people always ask, is it too late to buy? Is it too late to buy? Is it too, you know, I think that it is. Rick added more on that dip too. That would have been a great place to add to your position, right? Average down a little bit or even average up a little bit. You know, nothing wrong with that. I've been averaging up. You think me buying at $58 or 50 whenever I bought, we'll call it $58. In fact, me buying at $58, averaging up, like, why would I average up at $58? Like, because I believe in it. I think it's going to be worth it. So yeah. If you're wondering, should you take a position, you know, especially imagine the people who waited right back here. Imagine the people who waited. They're like, you know what? It ran up and then it dipped or whatever, you know, 20, we'll call it $30, right? Even $30. People who are around here, this $30 and like, oh man, like, what do I do? What do I do? And then you waited and then it ran up to $70. Like, dang, don't you wish you would have bought in at $30 or whatever? And so that's why I wanted to just add to my position as soon as possible. I didn't want to wait until it's at $100 and say, oh, I wish I would have added at $30. I did add at $30. I did add at $58. I have been adding to my position. And that is why I'm just so happy, you know. And I see PD right here. PD Pete says, man, if I knew it was going to dip to 51 today, I would have waited. I bought on Friday and yesterday. You know, PD, I personally think that at the end of the day, you know, and remember, like, how many shares did you buy, right? Let's say you bought, in order to make that up, I think you would have to buy 10 shares, right? In order, no, what would it be? To buy one additional share, you know what I mean? Realistically, I mean, here's the deal. Everyone wants to have the best average, but you know what? Like, at the end of the day, you know, if I got in at $25, $30, you know, if you got in at $51, $55, $60, I think this stock is probably going to go high enough that you're going to be like, you know what? I'm so happy I bought in at $58. And, you know, yeah, you missed 51, but you know what? You got a position and now you didn't miss it, right? Because you never know when you're going to miss it. These people down here, you don't know when you're going to miss it. They could buy in, you know, you could buy in right here at $44 and then it dipped. You're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And then boom, you didn't miss it. So, you know, just keep that in mind. I think you'll probably be happy with your position at the end of the day, right? Hindsight is 20/20. We'll see whenever the time, when push comes to shove and the time is here, how you feel. And I'm happy with my position. And hopefully you are too. Let's go to the next article over here. So I've already read this before, but I want to double down on this because I like this one a lot. A lot of you don't seem to get it. So this is a Webull post right here by this person. A lot of you don't seem to get it. We own the flow, aka we own all the shares they need to cover. Stop watching the price and only worrying about, you know, what we all choose to sell at, you know, 100K, 500K, 600K. When they get margin called, not if, when the computer starts buying back all the shares at the cheapest price available and goes up till all the shares are bought back. It's not a question of if it will happen, it's when it will happen. Because why? You guessed it, we own all the freaking shares. We already won. We don't say hold because we're trying to make the price go up right now. We hold so when the liquidations start, we can set the price. We own AMC fully. Over 80% of the company is ours. Even when the price drops to $10, they still can't cover because we own the shares. Let that sink in. Okay, well, this is just a little analogy or something, but yeah. And you know, I appreciate this post. Now, granted, it's very passionate, but you know, I think the concept is still there, right? And it's a really a tough concept to grasp because let me paint you a picture, right? I was thinking about this today because I think it would be an interesting social experiment, but I think it would be an interesting thing for the apes to kind of see. So, for example, let's say I went to the mall and I said, hey, I have a blank check here, like, you know, for, you know, I have a blank check here for, I don't really know how I would do it, but it would essentially say like, I have, you know, a blank check here for this car, right? How much do you want to pay for this car? Well, I haven't thought it through. But essentially, it goes to the sentiment of, if I told you I was going to write you a blank check, how much would you write in that check? Right? If I told you, hey, here's a check, I'll pay you whatever you want, write a number down on this check. I'm curious what people would say, right? Would people write $1,000? Would people write $500 because they feel bad? Would people write, would somebody write $1 million? Would somebody write $100,000, right? I wonder what people would write. And I venture to say people would probably write something smaller than you think, right? People would probably write, like I said, $1,000, $10,000, something crazy. And they would just write it, right? But if I told them, hey, write a blank check, here's a blank check. You can write any number you want. I'll pay you in cash for, from $1 to $1 million, right? If I give them that exact amount, every single person would probably write $1 million. Just blank check, you can have whatever you want. I think we're in that kind of a position in a sense, right? Now it's difficult because there are a bunch of apes and, there's no kind of coordination. So it's just kind of, people writing whatever they want. But I think that, the problem is that the apes right now are in the first category. There's a blank check and people don't know what to write. And I think that people need to understand that you shouldn't feel bad. And I don't know, I guess I hope you can kind of see where I'm trying to go with this, but I think it's pretty interesting to see this. And keep in mind that it's whatever. Theoretically, if the DD is right, and there's a lot of DD to support that is probably right, that there you go. Black Udon says it, aim high. And my only concern is people are not aiming high enough. People are not saying, these things, but thanks GameStop. But yeah, anyways, hopefully that helps a little bit. But I thought that was pretty interesting. Let's go and continue. Ooh, well, let's read Diamond Dave's really quick. Diamond Dave says, if Citadel goes bankrupt, how do you liquidate and cash out? Diamond. So this is an easy one, my friend. We have fail safes. So if, let's say, Citadel goes bankrupt, right? They're like, hey, we're paying. We liquidated all our positions. We sold all our assets. Whatever happens, whatever needs to go through. Then, you know what? Everything gets liquidated and they go bankrupt. Now what? Well, the good old DTCC is insured for, I think, $67 trillion, and they'll pay the bill. You're good to go. You will still get paid for what is going on. You'll still get paid. Now, let's say the stock is continuing to go up and the total amount that needs to be paid is more than 67 trillion. Well, now the DTCC can't pay. Well, guess what? The Federal Reserve has got your back. They'll pay for you. All right. You will get freaking paid. All right. No matter what. So do not worry. That's another concern that I see a lot. It's a little concerning that people are scared that they're not going to get paid. And I understand it's a weird thing. We're in a weird situation. Much like that blank check scenario that I was giving, right? That blank check scenario saying, hey, write a number, even here's the deal. If I was in that situation and I really didn't understand the context, if I didn't understand what was going on, yeah, I probably would write a small number, right? And then I'd be kicking myself down the road whenever I hear about so-and-so who wrote, $10 million on that check. And here I am, I wrote, $1,000 or whatever it is. Like, how mad I would freaking be. I think that's what we're going to see in the future. Again, hindsight is 2020. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's possible. This is no advice to how to treat the stock, but I think there's something in there. But great question. Very, very good question. Diane says Kenny G makes 60 million a month. Diane, I think I saw that. I couldn't remember the number. I couldn't remember if it was like 6 million or 60 million. And I think that was after taxes also, because I do remember seeing that article. I think it was his wife. I think they're going through a divorce, and after taxes, that's how much he makes a month, which is just disgusting. I mean, that is, what do you even do, right? If I had 60 million, if I had $60 million, I'd be so happy. Like, that's endgame. That is, I now have, think about what you can do with $60 million, right, after tax, and for the rest of your life, right? This guy makes that a month. It's ridiculous. It truly is. Okay, let's read this one right here. So this person seems to be pretty popular. They're always retweeting him and stuff. Yeah, you can see right here. So AMC, today is the last day they're free. So they want to short attack as much as they can because tomorrow they're going to get the automated margin calls from which there is no escape. Now, I'm not sure how true there is no escape actually is. My concern is Energy Guy has big dreams. Oh my gosh. It was 68 mil. Oh, okay, it was 68 mil. Gosh. People are, it's ridiculous, man. But now, you know, again, my only concern is well, several concerns is, you know, it actually working, it actually going through. So so again, to double down on that, can they hide in the dark pools? Do they actually need to, does the DCCC or whoever, or the NSCC, I suppose, do they need to, or whoever, need to say, hey, you guys need to, you know, hey, we need to press OK and press the use button or press play, whatever they need to do to actually run it and make sure that they're covered. You know, there's so many different aspects that go into it. Hopefully it is as smooth as everyone wishes it would be. And tomorrow they have to start covering and boom, we're in the squeeze and life is good. But if that's not what's happening, then we'll have to see. Raymond says, how many stocks can be margin called in a day? Raymond, I'm really not sure if there's an actual answer to that, right? I think it's whatever people are willing to sell, right? Here's the deal. We know that there's going to be, and the market did close. Looks like we closed at 58.07, which was down 0.34% in the after hours, still up 4.63% in the day. So just a wonderful day, honestly. I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, where was I here? Okay, so as far as like how many stocks can be margin called in a day, it's really hard to say. I really can't give you a solid answer on that. I guess it depends on how many people are willing to sell it, right? And that's why it's so important. That's why people say, you know, diamond hands are made on the way up, right? Here's the deal. Diamond hands are made for on the way. Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. I'll take a look at that, Furman. Thank you for the super chat. I'll read that in just a second. So they say like diamond hands are made on the way up. Think about it. For me, it's pretty easy to hold on the dips, right? On the dips, you're going to hold because I'm not really going to sell. Whenever it starts running, you're like, oh, shoot, is this it? Is this it? Is this the end? Like, blah, blah, blah. And even then, you know, even at $70, I was like, okay, well, that seems about right. Like, we've been expecting that. This probably the beginning, and as we know, it was the beginning, but it kind of consolidated, right? Kind of cooled off, so not really the beginning, but still some great movement. Now, as far as how many they can purchase in a day, I really couldn't tell you how many they can purchase in a day. These stocks have to, you know, they have to go through the ask, and if it is right, where they have a system here, where is it at here, where they have this, you know, computer buying the shares, then, you know, it's very possible that these are going to get ate up. Well, these are going to get ate up very, very quickly. But the important thing, and this is why people say, you know, don't set your sell, right? Because this is just, there has to be a buyer and a seller. It's supply and demand. The demand is going to be very, very high. And the supply is going to be very, very low because no one is selling the stock. And if no one is selling the stock, guess what happens? They have to give you more money. They have to give you more money. They have to offer you more, right? Think about platinum, right? Platinum is an actual rare metal on Earth. There's a finite amount of it available. So if you go to a jewelry store and you say, hey, I want to look at the platinum, it's freaking expensive because it is an actual, it's hard, you know, relatively hard to get compared to other metals and stuff. And so it's actually worth something. It's the same kind of situation. AMC is going to be hard to get because they have to buy, let's say 2.5 billion shares, and there's only X amount of shares that they can buy at a time. So if people aren't selling, it can really run the price up. And that's the whole premise behind diamond hands holding, having the price go up, because that is kind of the end game. That's the way it can go. That's how you get the stock to $100,000, 500,000 that people are saying, right? People say, is this even possible? I personally believe that with diamond hands, the crazy numbers are possible, right? That's what I think. Furman, thank you so much for the super chat. Furman says, didn't post this, but was posted today. Really good article. New NSCC rule change poised to end the short squeeze. Talk about the tokenist. Okay, use someone. Okay, let's take a look at this post here. Posts. Okay, I see it here. Tokenist. All right. Okay. Oops. We'll put it here, I guess, for a sec. Great. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is long. Any TLDR? Okay, so free float. So this is with these metrics in mind, we arrive at the short interest ratio. Okay, short interest ratio here. In the meantime, oh, really quick, and to double down on really quick on oh, I forgot where I was going with this. What the heck? How did I lose my thought mid thought? On the anyways, well, what I'm going to say is, regardless, whenever it comes to these different kinds of stocks right here, we can see that the NSCC, right? People are asking, well, can they even pay for this? The hedge funds and stuff, the DTCC. Remember, I think that they don't want to pay for it. You think they want to pay for that crap for Citadel to go off the rails, and then they have to pay for Citadel's mistake? Heck no. Remember, all of these filings, all these rules that they've been creating have been to, organize a short squeeze type of situation, a catastrophic short squeeze situation, so that they don't have to end up paying, right? And so keep that in mind. I always think that is so interesting how all of these filings are coming out. All of them, even the one of my favorite being the 006, where the filings are approved essentially instantly, instead of the 10-day implementation period or whatever. And that's one of my favorite, because like, oh shoot, you know what? That's out of here. Like, we just got to approve these and get them going, because we're not going to risk the day that this is going to happen. And we have a filing coming out and it has like 2 days left, and now we're squeezing and now we're screwed. Something like that. I always think that's interesting. But NSCC clamps down on market makers to power short sell. Okay. So this is 002. So we talked about that. SLD, so supplemental liquidity deposit. Oh, here we go. As you may recall from the previous. Okay, so the SLD. Hold on, let's see. As you may recall from the previous coverage, the mission of clearing members, numbering at 4,000, so there's 4,000 clearing members, is to provide liquidity to the stock market so that trades can be settled in due time and without market disruptions. Supplemental liquidity deposit changes are devised to tighten loose ends significantly. So drastic time reduction for calculating and collecting deposits. Each member will be scrutinized on a daily. Okay, so this is about 002. Granular intraday SLD calculation and collection. These calculations okay, so this is essentially the filing, right? Explaining it in very easy terms. I actually do like this article because it's an easy way to have it explained to people. Now, so I like this a lot. But let's see. Therefore, the new SLD rule shores up the ability for the NSCC to complete settlements on time and prevent liquidity crisis surprises. That sounds familiar. In other words, heavily exposed market makers like Citadel Securities would no longer have to cover their short selling bets within a day. Oh, they would have to cover, would have to cover their short selling bets within a day, lest they risk defaulting and having their assets frozen as outlined in the NSCC framework. So this is huge, right? Like, so of course the NSCC also has the authority to close any open positions of a defaulting member. Rule number 2 stands out in particular as it invokes Citadel's impressive list of FINRA violations. The tokenist covered Citadel Securities extensively, both in its history of market manipulation and its acutely conflicted ties to Robinhood brokerage, providing it with 43% of revenue for Q1 of 2021. Ridiculous. So with the new, here's the final part. With the new rule about to go live, the ability market makers like Citadel to exert such market force will be greatly reduced to their liquidity reduction. Daily down payment collection will tie up their available capital. In turn, this translates to a reduction of open positions they can take given all their exposed short positions. This is actually very interesting because for me, what I'm kind of taking away from this is, on top of everything we know about the liquidity and all that, this is also telling me that for people like Citadel, right, for these companies who are heavily shorting the stock, it seems like their capital is probably going to get tied up to the point where they can't even short anymore, right? And if these guys can't short anymore, like, then which way do you think the stock is going to go? If they can't do their naked ladder. Now, granted, we don't know. I don't know is what I'll say about how the dark pools work. If it's like, if they can. Remember, dark pools are known for their anonymity, for the anonymousness of what is going on, right? And I know anonymity is anonymous, but just so in case anyone smooth-brained doesn't know anonymity. But these guys, these hedge funds can be anonymous in the dark pools and do whatever the heck they're doing. So, I'm not sure if this prevents that issue, but it does seem like it's going to tie up some of that their liquidity, some of their money, so that they can't short much anymore. We'll see if that actually is the point, if that actually takes place. Tomorrow's gonna be a very interesting day. I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably wear my Flash shirt just in case. Yeah. So we'll take a look. Thank you for the article. And Texas Oil Yachts did super chat. One last attempt to convert you to the Church of ATOS. ATOSDD.com. Read Catalyst 2. Okay, this is. Wait, why did it take me to this? Oh, they have it forwarding to this URL. That is so interesting. Oh, interesting. Yep. How's it forwarded here? Okay, Catalyst 2. Call options and market makers buying. Okay. If 20 million shares bought by passive index or passive funds on Fridays, a torch. Call the open interest is a haystack. Okay, so they're saying it's all going to burn. Okay, this is a lot to read for this. Open interest. Is that what the interest is? Is this accurate? Open interest. Let's take a look at Ortex really quick. Okay, so percent of free flow on loan, 18.17. Shares on loan, 21.9 million. I'm not sure what the actual free float of the stock is, though. Utilization is very high. I mean, yeah, this is looking, here's the deal. Like I said, this is looking pretty interesting. I haven't, and you know the stock better than anyone, right? Like I haven't looked into this stock. I've just heard about it only today because of the short squeeze indicator. Short squeeze score 89.51. This could very well run, right? I'm not trying to if anyone wants to hop in here, be my guest. You know, all I'm saying is I'm not gonna hop in currently. You know, and here's, I don't have any more money. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? I didn't want to say it. I don't have any more money. All right, I'm tied freaking up. But yeah, so, but thank you. So we'll go ahead and continue over here. So I like this one as well. The only weapon that shorts have left is retail emotion. Retail emotion. And that's true, right? Shilling yourselves. And it's from Wrench Capital. You couldn't have said it better. Antonio Martinez. Thank you, Antonio. The only weapon they have left is retail emotion, right? And essentially it is us shilling ourselves, getting bored, just leaving for no reason, just, you know what I mean? Like, that's all they have left, based on the DD. And here's the deal. We've all seen the DD. I've seen the DD. It's crazy. Marissa says, is it a buy? I remember watching you for the first time when me and my wife was staying in a Motel 6 out of town, working at TVA, just to be able to make a big capital dump into AMC. I think it was one. No way, Marissa, that's crazy. So you guys are sitting pretty good then if you guys made a big dump into AMC around that time, because you guys probably got in maybe around $10 or something, right? Dang. Of your first big AMC video, it was a longer one. I felt like it was a sign. I felt like it was a certain. I appreciate you. I'm now up almost 200K. Let's freaking go. Are you kidding me? That's insane. That's huge. That's life-changing money, right? Like, man, congratulations. Like, you know, I'm so happy I hopped in AMC. You know, it really is going to change my life. And, you know, it looks like it's going to change your life too. Just crazy, right? Man, that's cool. Thank you for sharing that. Here's and this is a GameStop infographic. I thought it was pretty. I want to take a look at it anyways, but this is pretty cool. I mostly appreciate what apes are able to do. If you do have a position in GameStop, we'll run through this pretty quickly. Well, this is not going to work. It's pretty large. Well, I guess I'll deal with it. Maybe you guys can see it pretty well. It's just a fun one. You know what? Maybe I won't go through it too much. Citadel, busier than usual. Russell 1000 going into it. 002 rule in effect Wednesday. Confirmation levels low, so that like it's a low confirmation that the hedge funds have covered. It doesn't look like it. We don't really have the MOAS date, or the MOAS date maybe it's passed or something. So we have bias. We have high bias. Hedgies. Thank you. Anyways, this is pretty funny. You can find out super stonk. Citadel HR on point. Sell me this pen. I already sold this pen to 700 million people. You're hired. This is some naked shorting right here, right? This is how it goes at Citadel. So I thought this was a little bit of funny. You know, I laugh sometimes. Ha. See? So please see that happen again. Save those stories for later. Some good stuff. I have a sense of humor sometimes. Oh, okay, this is the ATOS. Okay, took a look at that. That's the good stuff. All right, let me catch up on y'all's chat. Lee says, if Wrench Capital said hello in a dark alley, I'd probably pass out and die from fear. Here's the deal. That guy has a deep voice. Holy smokes. Drink some water. Shadow says, on to $60+ tomorrow. Fellow apes, many more attendees coming for all apes. I love it. I hopefully it comes true. I'm looking forward to it. How much is AMC at the moment? AMC did end the day at 58.07, right? Which is great. I'm so happy. This stock has been doing fantastic. Hopefully it just continues to do that well. Kramer said AMC is going away. You know, Kramer's an interesting cat, is what I'll say. That guy, I feel like he tried. You know, I feel like he just wants to be liked, right, or something, or maybe he wants attention because he's on the bandwagon, he's off the bandwagon. The apes don't like him. He's upset about it. He complains about it on TV. He just wants people to like him. You know, sometimes I feel bad for him, but I don't know. He's an interesting person, is what I'll say. Yes, this is accurate. Mother of all short squeezes. Oh yeah, Moaz is mother of all short squeezes. I'm sure there's a guide of all of the acronyms that we didn't know for this because it just never ends. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, torch. So everyone was talking about torch the other day, right? Let's take a look how it looks. Torch light, right? Yeah. Let's take a look at torch light. Oh baby, gapped up. Filled the little gap up, huh? Let's look at the 3 month. Oh my gosh, let's look at the 1 month. All right, here we go. Man, this stock really went crazy. This stock ran up from two, probably even lower than $2, but we'll just look at it right here. We'll call it $2 to $11. Not bad. And then dumping, right? And here's the deal. Could this be the end of it? Maybe it might not be the end of it. I see people are saying, oh, it's a distraction. It's pumping up. It's this and that. I really don't know what it's going to be. Like I said, I really haven't followed the DD much. This person is really trying to sell their 200 shares at 14.83. Good luck, my friend. But man, see, this is why. Excuse me. This is why I don't chase, right? I don't chase because you know what? If I would have gotten in, people, they say, oh, it's up like 100%, right? I mean, when would you have bought in? You would have waited for the day would have been over. You would have said, oh, they're up, however much percent in a day, almost 100% in a day. You buy in, even if you bought in at $10, and this could have been a retracement, and it was going to continue to run. But you know what? Just dumped it, right? All the way back down to $6, $6.50. And yikes. So now granted, I don't know the DD. Maybe this is a retracement. Maybe it's going to bounce back, right? Maybe it's going to short squeeze. Maybe this is the drop before the crazy short squeeze, or the just the regular squeeze, or yeah, the short squeeze. Then that could be crazy. But yeah, okay, yeah. The people who seem to really hate this one. Classic pump and dump. No consolidation. Boy, oh boy. Yikes. Yikes. Someone's bag holding. Yep, bag holders, beware. Diamond, did I just hear there's a stock to chase? Diamond, I don't know if you want to chase this one. This one looks like it dumped, my friend. Maybe it'll bounce back, right? Maybe it's oversold, pretty oversold right here on the RSI. Maybe it'll bounce back up. But ugh, I can't. Ooh, Lee says, Diamond, I chase it. I'm not happy. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, Lee. I didn't know. Someone else brought it up. Yikes. Sting. Obviously, I was wrong. T-Cat. Here's the Diamond always had T-Cat. How's T-Cat doing these days? When was this? 3 months ago. 318. Man, was this all the way back here that Diamond got in on this? Jeez. This run was crazy. Somebody became a millionaire off this, I bet. Can you trade options in this? Oh, no options, just shares. My goodness. This is nuts. That's some crazy stuff. All right. PDP says, is that even consolidating or just dumping? You know, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like it's just dumping. I feel like it'll probably bounce around, probably actually around 650, you know, above $6. I think it'll probably bounce and it'll probably consolidate around here. But I don't know if it'll stare and then step down or something. But you know, I guess it does have a, you know, $5 right here is a little support, but and some, you know, little more microscopic ones in here somewhere, but not for me, you know. Wendy, you said it. AMC and only AMC for me. Oh, only AMC and GME for me. Yeah. I'm with you, Wendy. I think those are the most solid plays for me, myself personally. And I'm just gonna hold it there. But all right, guys, I'm gonna start wrapping up here. You guys have a great night. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. Looking forward to it. You know, here's the deal. If it's a good day, I'm cool. If it's not a good day, I'm cool, right? I will continue to hold either way, no matter what happens with these stocks. I'm going to continue to hold my position. I'm not getting out. Hopefully tomorrow is a fantastic day, but I'm ready for whichever way it can go, okay? But again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you haven't liked the video, maybe consider doing it. Dropping a sub if you haven't subbed yet. But all right, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Have a great night. I'm all out of order right now, okay? You guys have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. What's up, Captain Cash? Diamond Hands. What's up, Johnson? Dang. Right when I'm wrapping up. I almost missed you, Johnson. Thank you so much for that crazy super chat. What the heck, man? Just coming in here, dropping dough. You want to talk about something, Johnson? Jeez. I'll stick around for you, Johnson. ATOS. Yachts, I hope ATOS pays. I hope it pays you, my friend. I really do. And if anyone hops in, I hope it pays everybody. Yeah. ATOS. So ATOS was triggered as a short squeeze indicator on here. Sorry, I was doing homework. No problem, Johnson. ATOX was triggered here as a short squeeze indicator. ATOS, I think I said X. It was triggered for a short squeeze indicator, so that's what happened. And you know, I don't know if they were running or what, but you know, take a look. All right, guys, I am gonna actually start wrapping up this time. Johnson, thanks again for the super chat. That was pretty crazy. You guys have a fan-freaking-tastic night. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.